Hello farmers, welcome back to Hazzard County. Still day one of winter in the afternoon, and even though the crops are still wet according to seasons, you can mow the grass as we are doing here over by the cow pasture. I have already mowed the field over at the other farm. That's where I tested it and like, oh okay, I can cut grass. So I finished cutting that grass and I figured I'd come over here and definitely take care of this field because day 2 of winter is supposed to rain. And the other thing I tried is the cornfield. I tried doing that field over there, and no, it wouldn't let me harvest. I didn't think it would, but you know, you give it a shot because tomorrow should be our last day of being able to harvest the corn. And unfortunately, the weather for tomorrow is not looking good at all. So that crop might be lost, but that's what happens sometimes. But at least we'll get this grass cut, and we'll bale up this grass and put it into our silage maker, and we'll make some more silage. Now, I could do a couple things with that silage. So I'm going to have plenty of it. I could either sell it or just keep it stored for the cows, I suppose. Right now, we'll just, throw the grass right into the silage maker because the longer the grass sticks around, the more it's just going to decompose and I'll lose it, and so I might as well do something with it. The money is, I repaid all the loan that I could to the bank because I'm not going to spend it on anything right now. So I wanted to make sure I paid that off before nighttime came, and I paid interest on money I didn't need to. And that left me with like maybe, I think it was down to like $300. And when I went over and got the class tractor, I was like, hey, you need some diesel fuel, don't you? So I tried to fill up the class tractor and I took all the money right out of the bank account. But it's there if we need it from the bank, so we're all good. So as for how our winter is going to go, I'm still waiting. There's still a chance that maybe sometime this afternoon, and this is why I'm running at 1 times the speed. I want to get the grass cut. I need to bale it, then I need to pick it up. But I'm hoping that symbol up there goes to, hey, your crops are dry, you can harvest. Now, our cornfield is not all ready for harvest. It's only a certain section of it. But I'm going to harvest what I can because that would be still a lot of corn. I mean, it's only like 10% of the field is ready for harvest, even though the whole crop looks like it's ready to be harvested. But even at 10%, I could get something like 30,000, 40,000 liters of corn off there. So... and that's the corn I wanted to make ethanol fuel with. So, I mean, that was going to be some of our money maker for the winter. If I don't get to harvest that, I don't have much to make during the winter. And like I said, I don't want to be doing contracts to gain some money to pay off some of our debts here. So I'd rather not do that if I don't have to. But, if it comes to that, it may come to that. But I don't think it is because we can... it's like $800,000 I've paid back, and I think we're going to be paying probably somewhere or losing somewhere around $10,000 to $12,000 every night. So 6 days of losing, well, it's going to be more than 6 days because without doing contracts, I can't make any money in my fields for a while. So the animals are going to have to produce, being the sheep, producing some wool, the chickens, the eggs, and the cows are not going to produce anything for us until they have offspring. So... and we just got them, well, be this in-game days when we got them, so I don't expect anything for about a year, maybe. Who knows, might get lucky, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, back to what we need to do today, or right now. My only plan right now is keep my eye on the crops, see if they dry up enough to harvest what we have, and get this grass mowed and picked up. I mean, I guess I could right now... I could have the Massey Ferguson plowing the other cornfield. That's ready to be plowed. And once that's plowed, I can fertilize it again. Or I may have already fertilized it twice. So I may not have to fertilize it again. Yeah, I lost track now because it's been a couple days actually since I've been on this map. So I kind of forgot what I did here a little bit. But yeah, the far field over there, that's ready to be plowed and, get all set for spring. Definitely next spring, I'm thinking I got to go into my crop rotation and see what it kind of does. But I'm thinking one of these fields back the way we're facing. We have 3 fields back here, and I'm going to make one of those fields a cornfield. Part of me is thinking I probably could do the big field, field 40, as a cornfield. One for the cows to make total mix rations, but most of it is to make ethanol fuel where I can turn around and sell it and make a good amount of cash. That's the plan, because we do owe a lot of money. I was just trying to think, maybe 1.9 million is maybe what we owe. I can check that in a second here. But we may just have to run up to 2 million, because I'm not going to make no cash this winter the way it's going. Let me just pop in here. So after repaying, what is our loan looking like? Oh, okay. It's over 2.1 million. So yeah, we owe quite a bit amount of money. But I look at that and kind of laugh a little bit, because, you know, if people watching the Pacific Northwest series, it's like, yeah, but on there you owe 40 million, so 2.1 does not seem like a lot. Which it's not, but when you're playing seasons and you're not going to try to do contracts and such, harvest rates are kind of slow on seasons, which is kind of nice. I like the slow approach. Although the first season for here on Hazzard County was kind of a rough. I was doing a lot of contracts in between episodes just to get the cash to buy the land. Now I could have just cheated in the XML files, but I wanted to earn it for real. Meaning, hey, Courseplay, you want to do this field while I go make dinner, and I'll come back later and see what you're doing, or rendering videos or whatever. Yeah, I want to say the farm kind of earned it in a way. But yeah, we have all this land now. I don't want to buy any more land, because we're going to have our hands full with the land that we got, I do believe. Like mowing grass and fertilizing grass. So yeah, I would say we got maybe like a couple more hours-ish before it starts to get dark. I know it's, let's see, it's like almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but being winter, it's going to get dark real early. So, you know, I need to be around 5 o'clock in the evening really for that to turn in order for me to get anywhere in that field, and I don't think it's going to happen. The crops are just going to sit there and tease me. I mean, it didn't rain last night, and it hasn't rained at all today. It's just that the crops are wet. Maybe being winter, maybe Seasons says you're not going to be able to harvest in winter. I don't care. I don't care what your geo says. I don't know. But we can cut grass, so that's a good thing. So we are going to get some things done today. Some of our fields taken care of. Now, what to do? I mean, I thought about the other grass field or this grass field. Like, I can turn one of these fields into something else. But I think I'll just keep them grass for now, because we're going to get more sheep. We got a handful of sheep that are expecting offspring anytime soon, so they're going to require more hay or grass, however you want to look at it. So I don't want to do anything with these 2 grass fields that we got. I think I'll just leave them grass, and we'll see what happens in the future, because we also got horses to feed the sheep. And I was going to say cows, but cows, if I could just give them total mix rations, that would be corn, soybean, silage, which would mean I need the grass for silage, yada yada. But yeah, we almost got this field done. Yeah, so I don't know what other plans I have for winter. Day 2 of winter may just get up, look outside, and go, all right, fast forward to this day. I mean, it's supposed to rain all day. And like I said, I don't have much to do. Other than, I guess, I may have a little bit of corn I can take down and make a little bit of ethanol fuel and sell it for a decent price. I mean, it's something, right? But I mean, if it's not a whole lot of corn, I might as well just keep it just in case I need some more total mix rations for our cows. We should have enough until next fall. And believe you me, when next spring comes, I'm planting as soon as I can for each crop I want. So when it comes time to harvest, I got extra days to be able to harvest those crops. I just can't believe that corn over there is not ready for harvest. I don't know when that was planted, because that wasn't our field when it got planted. And I don't think I planted that corn, but I did so many contracts, I can't say if I did, and if I did, I wouldn't know when I actually planted it, so it wouldn't matter. But yeah, it's not ready for harvest anyways, so you can only do what the crops give you. So the worst part about mowing the grass here is this. Yeah, the baler is on the other side at the other farm. This cannot do the baler, so I have to bring the deuce far over there, bale it. It's the same thing. I went over there with the class tractor, did that field. It's like, oh, all right, now I'll bale it and pick up the grass bales. Well, the the front loader attacher is over here, along with the bale spike. So I had to come over here and get it. It's like, you know what? I guess I'll just go over there and mow that grass, and then we'll take the deuce far, go around, make bales, and then we'll pick up the grass bales after that. I don't want to leave them out overnight, and definitely not out tomorrow during the rain. We'll just lose a whole bunch. But other than that, the farm is doing okay, but just that loan looking at you right in the face, it's like, okay, next year needs to be a good year. And I just got to figure out what field I'm going to do with what. The fields that we already owned, I'm going to stick to the plan that we had. So the fields that we had wheat and oats in, we're going to put canola and soybean in those, I do believe. That's what the plan was. And there, we are done mowing grass, I believe, until at least next year. So let's go ahead and turn these off. We will unfold that, and then unfold that, and I guess it's going to raise up. Muzzly, the mower's over here, like I was saying, but the thing is, I really don't have a place to put most of this stuff. And that one tree, I want to leave that tree up, but now part of me wants to take it down so I can sneak through there. I mean, it doesn't take much to drive around, but also that needs to be lifted up as well. There we go, that's better. Alright, so I need to find a place to park the mower. I need to grab the Dutz Fire, which is over here, and drive over back to the other farm, grab the baler. We'll start making some grass bales, and we'll come back here, grab the class tractor, and head on over and pick up the bales in the other field. You see the circle that we're doing here. So I'll see in a while after I figure out what to do with some of this stuff. I should be able to put this somewhere, right? Well, kind of a good news thing is the first bale I'm going to get out of here is actually going to be a hay bale, because that's kind of what I had in the baler when we last did the grass field. But as I was driving over here, I kind of forgot I was like planning on putting corn down in whatever field we had, and it's like yeah, you kind of forgot those fields are already planted for next year. So yeah, like the big field I believe has rye or spelt in it, one way or the other. The only field I probably will have, other than the 2 cornfields to plant something next year, is the cotton field that we now own. Even if the cotton makes it through the winter, it doesn't matter because I don't have the machinery to do so. So I may as well just plow that in, turn that field over, and probably put corn in that one. I don't want to put corn in the fields that we already had corn in, because I think the yield drops pretty much. I think it'll drop down like 0.8 or 0.9%. So I'd rather not do that. But, you know, it's probably one of those things I'll just have to wait until next year comes and see. I mean, if you need corn, then, yeah, they're just got to plant it and deal with it. The fields are big enough where I will, you know, even though if I lose some on the yield side, the fields are big enough to where I should be able to produce enough to make my animals happy, which makes this farmer happy. But I'm hoping I don't get too many bales. See, I do have a hay bale there. Kind of looks like a straw bale, but that's a hay bale. I'll probably... Do I want to bring that over with me? Because I don't have no hay over at the cow barn, even though the cows really don't need hay. Hay and silage are in the same... are considered the same category. So I'd rather give the cows the silage and leave the hay for the horses and the sheep. So yeah, so all this grass here is just going to be just flung right into the silage maker, because this deteriorates, I believe, at like almost like 10, is it 10% a night I think I was losing. We kind of saw that earlier when I made some grass bales, like, wow, I lost a lot of grass overnight. So basically by the time spring came, these grass bales would be almost down to like 1,000 liters. No, let me rephrase that. These are 8,000 liter bales, so I lose 800. Yeah, probably get down to like around 2,500 liters. Still, that's quite a big drop, so I'd rather just dump it all in the silage. And that's the plan. It has reached 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Still got wet crops, and it's getting dark. I actually turned the lights on the tractor. The only reason why I did at first, I was like, you know, all the vehicles on the road have their lights on. I'm like, it's not that dark, is it? The lights help, and yeah, they do. I mean, if I turn off the lights, you can see the difference there. So it helps out a little bit. I mean, not a lot, but welcome to winter. 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, it's getting dark. Just like in real life, at least for me anyways, where I live, you know, 4:30 this time of the year. It's pretty much dark out. But we should have just enough time to, as we were just about done baling up the grass, but we just gonna have enough time to get the class tractor, run over there, get those bales, and then pick these up. Definitely want to pick them up tonight and get them in the TMR mixer, because in the rain tomorrow, these will deteriorate rather on the fast side. I have no idea how many bales we got, but we do have a good amount of them for 8,000 liters apiece. Gonna have plenty of silage. I haven't checked the price of silage recently, but when we've been checking it, it's been in like the low 100s everywhere, so not a great price. But maybe now that winter's coming, maybe the price will go up. We're just going to go ahead and park this in the yard somewhere. I feel like I can do that now since that we own it. It's like, yeah, this is my yard. I'll park it where I darn well please. The Massey Ferguson's got to be moved because that's where those bales need to go. So let's go ahead and move that now. Yeah, I parked the Massey Ferguson here with a trailer because I was like, I really don't have a place to park it right now. I was going to see before you go any further, is this grass and hay or chaff? Grass or chaff. Alright, so I got that one hay bale, so I think we'll just load it up and I'll bring it over here and we'll figure that stuff out later. I'll just park this, I don't know. Man, do I actually need another shed? I mean, now the sad part is the shed that we have over at the other farm has nothing in it. But the problem is I don't need equipment over there as much as I do here. So now it's time to make the journey on back with the class tractor. Already have the front loader and bale spike on there. The trailer is in the field. Just need to pick up the 5 or 6 bales I got down there. So I want to get over there and get that done and get back over here before it gets dark. Hopefully I got like another hour and a half of daylight, maybe. So at 1 times the speed should be a problem, but I didn't think it was going to start to get as dark it is at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but it is what it is. So let's not waste any more time, get over to the other field and start collecting these grass bales and clear off our fields, and yeah, we'll call it an evening after that. Well, we did have 6 bales of grass, so that's 42,000 liters. That seem right? Yeah, sure. Why not? Seems right. Wait, is that 48? Yeah, whatever. So we got a lot of liters of grass here, and 1 hay bale. I'll probably put the hay bale somewhere under a shed. Seems about right. And I thought when I was coming over here, it's like, why? No, that's not the button I want. Darn it. That's the button I want. No sense of me taking the bales and putting it on the trailer and bringing them over here. I mean, it's only, the field's like right here. Why don't we just go ahead and, you know, stack the bales in here and come over here and drop them off. Probably be quicker that way instead of having to load them twice and then unload them. As for the hay bale, it's a good question, isn't it? Yeah, it is. We'll just put it somewhere, and like I said, when if the cows really need it, something I can give them, but at least it'll just be over here, and there you have it. Where shall I put it is the question. You know what, for now, I mean, I don't expect to use the mower again this year. So let's just go ahead and put it on down here. There we go. And now we'll head over to our grass field, and I didn't count how many bales we actually had. Can I get to the grass field through here? I don't think so. I don't know why I said it like that, but no, I don't think so. Can I actually squeeze through here? It'd be nice to know. Yep, I sure can. Alright, let's start picking up our grass bales here. Yeah, so as for doing any corn harvest today, yeah, not looking likely. And the chances of that being dry in the morning, slim to none. And I put my chances on none. So, yeah, that corn I do believe is lost. Unless I get lucky and the geo's off a little bit, maybe the third day of winter I might get, you know, we won't know until that day comes. Will not know. Get off my bale spike. Thank you. So now I just need to go around and pick up all these grass bales, get them in there, and we should be fine. I think I can turn the beacons off. Don't really need those being in our own field now. I keep wanting to turn in there. It's nope, not through there either. You've already done it like twice, and you've already forgotten. And it was just like a minute ago. Still unloading bales, and I will say this, I created a lot more than I thought, so I checked the stats, and today I created 36 bales. I know one was a hay bale, but it was very little hay in the baler when I started, so 36 full bales, 7 in that field, so that means I created 29 bales in this field, which is quite a lot. I'm still picking them up, as, I mean, I shouldn't have to say that, should I? I mean, it should be pretty obvious that I am. And they're all going into the mixer to make some silage. What am I going to do with that silage? I probably don't need that much right off. So, I mean, like I said, I could sell it. We're going to check the price here in just a little while. I did finally turn the speed up to ×5 because I said, I'll finish this job, and I don't think the crops are going to dry up for us at all. Especially now that nighttime's coming, and when nighttime comes, usually the crops will... the moisture will condensate on the crops anyway, so they're probably getting more wet, if that makes sense. So yeah, even though maybe if it was a sunny day today, maybe the crops would have dried, but it was cloudy. I don't think there was much wind today either, so that didn't help us. But at least we got to do the grass. So I'm gonna try to be the glass is half full kind of a farmer today. We got the grass. We should have plenty of silage for the cows for a while, and like I said, maybe even a chance to maybe even sell some. I don't know if we will or won't, but we'll have to check our finances here. We're going to find out in a while also how much we're going to lose per night. It's going to slowly get worse because I'm only going to spend money. Not a lot, but I mean, I'm going to spend some cash during the winter months for sure. I got some equipment, like my tractors need to be repaired. I'm still waiting on the Dutes Fire. That needle's been buried on the repair status for a while. I think I'm at 30 hours of runtime since the last repair, and I'm kind of disappointed. It's not like FS17 in seasons to where when your vehicle need to be repaired that it would stall and then not start. I wonder why they didn't do that in 19. Maybe they did. I just haven't run it as far. But in the info page, it says 20 hours is the length of time it needs to run before it needs to be repaired, and I'm past that. So the one thing I did want to see now that we picked up all the grass bales after we park up the class tractor. The reason why I said I know I'm going to spend more cash is because I want to build a house over here. That is still kind of my plan. I want to go on the stats page. Now, the only thing I don't know is where's the corn? That is a lot of corn. Now, I don't know if this is counting the corn that we have in the Total Mix Rations mixer. What I'm probably going to have to do, just so I can kind of plan, I mean, 300,000 liters is quite a bit. I just don't know how much it's going to take to make 1 liter of ethanol fuel. So first thing I want to do is we're going to go to the Total Mix Rations mixer and see how much I still have in here. 0 soybean, silage. So I got 100,000 liters in there. And I'm just curious, 104,000 liters there. And I already got, wow, 175,000 liters of silage. Yeah, we got plenty of silage. So 100,000 liters in the Total Mix Rations mixer. So if it does count that into the total for stock, then I should have like 200,000 here. But if I have 300,000 here and I got still 100,000 in the mixer, I'm thinking we can make a decent couple runs down to the ethanol plant. So what do we have in here? Nope, it counts it separate. So I'm thinking we go ahead and make some ethanol fuel. Maybe on the rainy day. Maybe tomorrow, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. All day. It wouldn't be bad to get to use our new trailer. Our tandem trailer. Where was I parking this? I don't know. Yeah, over here. Over here, over there. And the other thing I do want to check, but I think we'll wait until tomorrow because it's getting starting to get a little dark at 5 o'clock here. I did want to get in the pickup truck and head on down just to see in real life how big this field is. Actually, that looks pretty darn big, doesn't it? So field 35 has cotton in it. It's actually growing. But there, even if it, like I said, if it lasts through the winter, I don't have the equipment to go ahead and harvest that. And I don't think it's going to be cost effective to rent or lease a harvester. Where are we here? 20 grand. So 20 grand base leasing cost. Capacity may need to be, if I bump it up, yeah, so I would bump it up to at least a 40,000 liter capacity. So yeah, it'd be $21,000 to lease it, and every additional hour would be another, we'll just say $9,000. Ouch. Yeah, and how much does cotton kind of go for? 2,200. I mean, then I would have to lease a trailer to haul the modules around as well. I don't know. I just think it'd be easier just to take the crop, plow it in, and put some corn in that next year. Yeah, that's kind of my plan. But since I'm here, as you can see, so if the crops did turn where I could harvest them, this is much of the field I probably could harvest. Like I said, maybe I said like 30 or 40, but I'm guessing maybe because these fields are the same and we have like 400,000 liters of corn still in storage. So we probably got somewhere like 450,000 liters out that field. So that might be 100,000 liters sitting there. But too bad, so sad. Not today. Not today. Oh, before we go to bed, check on the animals. Everything is green and blue, so nothing I would have to be concerned about at all. The sheep should have enough. I'm just trying to see if I gain any sheep just yet, because like I said, we do know that there are a few of them that are expecting some offspring sometime soon. But now we get to see, so we're basically even dollars, actually zero. I mean -1. So now we're going to find out how much we're going to lose each night when we sleep through the night. Seeing that's 5 o'clock now, I mean, how long can I sleep? I forgot. I don't need to sleep 16 hours, do I? I think it's 9 o'clock before the sun kind of rises. I think we'll get up at 8, so that's 15 hours. Well, let's sleep the 15 hours. I don't think I could sleep 15 hours in real life, so... yeah, so we're losing $11,000 at night, which is not bad, really, considering. We are making some money on the horses still. Oh, and it's not raining. It's actually snowing. Yep, it's snowing, but it's going to change the rain. The crops are still wet, so even my guess is they were wet all night anyways. Doesn't matter. All the animals are still green and bluish. The sheep are a little dirty. If we look at the sheep, it still says they have 1,000 liters of grass and hay. That probably needs to be reset. They're doing pretty good on making some wool now. But my guess is now that winter's here, I don't think I'll get any more wool. He says calmly. I am just curious that our corn... not yet. Sometimes it takes a while to reset. So if I go up... There, all the animals just reset, should be. How about the map? So the corn still hasn't grown per se. But yeah, it's not looking too good for the corn, is it? Yeah, let's just dip in here now that it's a new day. Let's just check the forecast for today. So yeah, 70% chance, 70, 80, 80. Not until 6 o'clock at night, which we do know it's pretty much dark by then. And then 100% chance of rain. That would be at 9 o'clock at night. The next day does look good. For the most part. Until about noon, a little bit of chance. Well, it says 60% chance. That's not good. Yeah, so winter's looking like it's gone now. We've lost it. We've lost the crop, probably, be my guess. But yeah, we got our grass taken care of. So now I don't know if I can do any field work or not because the ground temperature is right at 32. It usually means that it's frozen, but I don't have the frozen symbol up there. So do I want to plow a field today or not, or just focus on ethanol fuel? Let's just take a quick look one more time so I can kind of plan what we might be doing. So ethanol fuel. Oh, I like seeing green arrows. So yeah, that just requires water and corn, which we have. So this may help us get through winter. Since we're only losing $10,000 a day or a night, that's not bad. So that we're talking like $60,000 through the winter. Now the only thing I don't know, and we can see it's staying true, I'm losing somewhere in the vicinity of what, $10 a day on the horses. I mean, I dropped $10, $11, $10, $11. So yeah, each day I'm losing a little bit of income on the horses. I mean, $10, $11 right off, not too much, but you keep adding it up over and over and over again. Eventually, I want to bring those horses back and get new horses. Sure, I suppose. Yeah, but now the snow's falling. It's getting me a little depressed, so that's what we're gonna call it for today, guys. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy the episode. Better close this. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on Hazzard County. But until then, have a good one.